An absolute privilege and pleasure to be on this call and welcome you all to this big day for NeX, big day for us as we're going to do a new service launch. And I hope you're all staying safe. I hope you're all healthy and you are in the best of your times where you can be. It's a crazy world out there. We all know that. But there's two ways. You can either act or you can react. All right. So you can either react to what's happening or you can adapt and literally conquer the situation of where we are. I'm really excited to be here right now. I'm telling you, because what I'm going to share with you right now, it's game changing. It's going to be absolutely brilliant if you actually absorb the information that I'm going to tell you, and I'm going to literally transfer as much as I can through the virtual stage straight onto yourself. Let me just start off with this. You see, NeX is a blessed company. And let me tell you that. It's an absolute miracle that we are here. We are totally blessed to be here right now. But what is our mission statement from the moment we started this company? It's one mission statement, and that was very simple. Our mission is to provide a global opportunity for individuals to enjoy benefits of residual income. All right, that's what our mission is. Our vision is to impact 1 billion lives globally. And for that reason, the three founders, what we do is every single day, we get into a mode of improving this opportunity for individuals on an ongoing basis. And that's what we do. So we look for ways and we look for opportunities to create value for the end customer and to create value for our independent business owners. And that's what we did. And something that we looked into in complete detail, we look for this, we look for the right opportunity. We wanted to create something that's not there anywhere else in the world. And today it's an absolute privilege and pleasure for me to launch this service after searching for this. So I'm gonna disclose the whole journey of what I went through, and also the journey of how it will be really good for someone like yourself. Let me start off the preface. Let me preface this by saying a statement by one of the greatest scientists, writers, and leaders, founding father of America, Benjamin Franklin. All right. And he said this: an investment in knowledge pays the best interest. An investment in knowledge pays the best interest. See, knowledge is very powerful. All right. And if you are willing to acquire it and learn it and apply it, you increase the value that you will bring to any place in the world. You see, somebody working today, all right, most employees, they get paid per hour. So what is your hourly rate? You get paid £10 an hour, £20 an hour, £30 an hour, £50 an hour, £100 an hour, £1,000 an hour. So the value you bring to that hour is what gets you paid. Now, how do you increase your value? There's only one way, is by increasing your knowledge and skill set. And this was said years ago by Benjamin Franklin. So that is why myself, Lee Ju Thomas, all right, in 2000, I came to the United Kingdom. Now, why did I come to the United Kingdom? Is for the one purpose of gaining knowledge, gaining education, and gaining it from the UK. Now, why did I select United Kingdom? I could have selected any country in the world. Why did I select this? It's simply because I became aware of certain facts. Now, here are some of the facts that I want to share with you. Look at this. United Kingdom has got this concept of the standards of education. There's a standard, there's an educational standard, there's a benchmark, there's a bar that you have to achieve it. And that's what the UK offers. UK has got an undisputed reputation for academic excellence dating back hundreds of years, and is recognized around the world as a country of learning and academia. The educational standards in the UK are widely recognized, accepted, and respected all over the world, which means anywhere you go, the world, there are certain standards of education that needs to be met before somebody qualifies from any skill or knowledge if they have actually acquired it from the UK. Now look at this, two of the most famous. If I asked you, name me, some of the biggest and the best institutions of knowledge in the world, I'm sure in your top 5 list, these two names will come in. That's Oxford University and Cambridge University. All right. These two institutions were founded over 800 years ago. So why? Why is it that the UK has got, because of these standards of education, here's what it is: 1/5 of the world's top universities are coming from the UK. Now, this was ranked by the QS World University Rankings just in 2020. So there's a reason why they win these awards. Now, what's the other benefit of it is why these standards of education are maintained, because they're continuously inspected by Quality Assurance Agency for Higher Education, QAA, ensuring that the standards in learning, research, and teaching are maintained. In addition, not just the institution, the teachers are rated by the Teaching Excellence Framework, and the research is graded by Research Excellence Framework. See, when I came to know about these facts, about the quality of the standards of education in the United Kingdom, that's why I came to the UK. I came here to study and gain a higher qualification, and I did that. I got a degree in electrical and electronic engineering from University of London. And the beauty is this, and as expected, the standards of education, I was not disappointed, were very high and extremely well done. So now look at this. That's the standards of education in the UK. We know that. The standards of education has not changed. But what has changed is the way of acquiring education, the way of acquiring skills, the way of learning. What is now today the new normal? The new normal is completely different to how people imagined it just a few years ago. Now, here's an image of my son. Okay, he's 5 years old. 5 years old. He's my oldest son. All right, I've got 4. Now look at this. This is him doing his assignments and learning today. E-learning. That's the new normal. Now you can see his face. He's very upset, not because he doesn't like learning. He loves learning, but because he scored 93% instead of 100% on his coursework that his teacher gave him. Isn't that crazy? My son on a MacBook learning at his age. I didn't even know there was such a thing called a computer, let alone a MacBook. Now look at him when he scored 100%. You can see the elation and the joy that comes in. Friends, this is the new normal. People are now learning from devices that they can hold in the palm of their hands. And this new normal is not just in the UK, all over the world, but the standards of education still remain the same. And that is the reason why NeX really looked into this field of how we can educate the world. Nelson Mandela said this, that when you educate somebody, you give them freedom. So we looked into this. We wanted to create a product that was exclusive, that was unique, keeping the standards of education. And hence, that's the reason why we are today launching, very excitedly, NeX Education, an absolute phenomenal platform where you can now come into and learn right now, over 150 professionally qualified, certified courses. You can choose. There are fields from leadership, presentation skills, communication skills, basic fire safety, and NVQ level courses as well, National Vocational Qualification. It's absolutely brilliant. And we are really, really excited about what this platform is going to give. Now, this is adult education and you can learn it. Now, think about this. Most people today get an education, they get some kind of a certification, they then go into their place of work, and they're so bogged down and they're so busy with learning and with the amount of time that they spend at work, traveling to and fro, 40 to 50 hours at work, not including the time that they spend to travel to and fro. Where do they get an opportunity to actually upskill themselves? Where do they get an opportunity where they can learn more knowledge and get certified? If you tell somebody, most people won't have the time to go to college, get education, get some kind of a skill that is actually certified. They don't have the time for that. And unless you're extremely motivated with that one ambition that you're going to get it done, most people don't have it. So we identified that there is a problem out in the world. Most people don't have an opportunity to upskill themselves. What does that mean? If you don't upskill yourself, if you don't acquire more knowledge, you can't increase your value. And if you can't increase your value, you can't increase the amount of income that you can generate. And if you can't increase the amount of income that you generate, you can't increase your standard of living. So what is the reason why we created this opportunity called NeX Education, where anybody from anywhere in the world, globally, anywhere in the world, can actually subscribe to a course of their choice and can learn a professional course, a professional skill, and use it, but not just learn it, they actually learn it from trained instructors who teaches you the basics and what is required, not a 2-year, 3-year, 4-year, 5-year course. That's not what we're talking about. The basic information of what is required for you to be skilled, for you to be competent in that one particular area that you're looking at, and you get certified as well. And that is what NeX Education is about. Over 150 courses. Now, remember, I talked about UK standards of education that is maintained. Once you complete the e-learning course, you are actually going to get certificates by official certifying bodies recognized in the United Kingdom and awarded in the United Kingdom. So it is absolutely brilliant. Now, who can benefit from NeX Education? Number one, yourself. Now, let me tell you something. Here's what I believe. If you are not willing to invest in your future, don't expect the future to invest in you. See, I believe in life, either you're growing or you're dying. It's simple as that. What NeX Education allows you to do is depend, whatever field of expertise that you're in, or whatever field of work that you're in, or wherever you are, you will be able to select a course and learn the skills and knowledge required so you can upskill yourself, upvalue yourself, and literally have a better quality of life. Who else can benefit from NeX Education? Business owners or people who own companies. You see, it is proven, Zig Ziglar said this as well, it is proven that employees stay more loyal to a company, not where they get the highest amount of salary, but where they have the highest amount of growth. See, most companies don't even take the time to actually go and give CPD, continuous professional development, to the employees. So if you are a business owner, if you're a company owner, you can now use this platform to educate your entire field force. Now, you don't have time to send your employees to a place of stay, hotel, and go and get their education. You don't have to invest so much money. So NeX Education is a platform where your employees can value this course, learn the necessary skills, refresh their skills, even though they have learned it, get acknowledged or get the actual latest amount of information and knowledge in that particular area, and business owners can actually enjoy this. Now, who else? Children. What I always believe in this is, don't give your children things. The best thing you can give your children is education. That's the best thing. Let me tell you that. The best investment you can put into your children is education. So if I was going to give my child something that they would need, let's say they want to get a PS5. Before I do that, I would actually tell them, hey, listen, if they are old enough, and I believe that they're old enough, I'll say, hey, listen, why don't you complete an e-learning course on leadership? And then get your certificate, show it to me, and here's what I'm going to give you. I'm going to give you what that PS3 or PS5 that you're looking for. It's a great gift that you can give to children who you know will benefit from the courses that's there. What about relatives, your dad, your mom, your uncle, your auntie, your cousins? Let me give you an example. Yeah, this is a true story. My mom used to work as a nurse in the NHS in the United Kingdom. And she's, for nurses, they have different bandings, right? So it's band 4, band 5, band 6, and so forth. My mom was a band 5 nurse. And what happened was, a opportunity came in her job, her workplace, where there was a vacancy for a band 6 nurse. So for a promotion. Now, according to the rules of the NHS, that vacancy, even though you work in that same ward, it doesn't mean that you'll automatically get the job. That vacancy is publicly advertised, so anybody can apply for it. Now, my mom has got multiple years. She's an extremely competent nurse, multiple years of experience. So she wanted to progress herself naturally. So she applied for the band 6 vacancy, and multiple people applied for it. And then here's the funny part. My mom was already employed in the hospital, but she had to go and get an interview by her own manager, who she knows, so that she gets the opportunity to apply for the band 6 role. So she goes for the interview, and the day before the interview, my mom is nervous. And I still remember she's now trying to say, I don't know what they're going to ask me, what questions they're going to ask. I have not had an interview for many years. But anyway, she goes for the interview and she completes the interview. And at the end of it, she gets a result a few days later. And here's the part, unfortunately, she didn't get the promotion. In fact, the person who got a promotion was somebody who was much younger than her, much less experienced than her. Now, my mom was disheartened, but I remember asking my mom, I said, Mom, you know what you should do? This opportunity, okay, you missed it. What about the next one? There'll be something that coming in the future. Here's what you can do. Go back and ask feedback from your manager who took the interview and ask, why didn't you get the job? So my mom went and asked for the feedback. And here's what the manager said. She said that you are technically really good at what you're doing, really good. However, when it came to explaining what you would have to do in the new role, the person who got the job did a better job at that. And by a small margin, that is why she was given the role. Now, that one piece of feedback really empowered my mom. So what she did is, before another opportunity came in, I still remember she going and trying to learn and knowing what she needs to say. And I mean, she learned, she got the promotion. That's the story. But my point is this: it is something that NeX Education is something that you can actually give your friends, your relatives, people who would be able to benefit from something like this. And that's the beauty about it. Now, here's what it is. Who is the very first student who passed from NeX Education? I'm glad it's me. Now, before I try and tell you to take it, I want to try it myself to see if it's really valuable. So guess what I did? I'm the owner of this company. I'm a CEO of NeX Rise. So I actually went and selected one of the courses, and I thought, hey, listen, my role is a leader in this company. So I have a good idea of leading and managing. So I said, let me go and take an easy course. So I took leadership and management. And what I did was I took the course, and check this out. I've actually taken screen recordings from my phone so you can have an idea of what the course will look like. So check this out. What's great about how NeX Education is programmed is it allows you to enhance your knowledge of systems and processes. Now, think about this. Think about this scenario. And I did this with one of my very good friends yesterday. I asked him, imagine you are now applying for a role as a senior manager in a company. And let's say the interviewers have asked you a question. And one of the questions is this. The question is this: tell me, how will you manage your new team members? So he asked me, he actually responded by saying, well, I've got experience in managing, and I will be able to do it using my experience, and I'll do a pretty good job at it. Good answer. He's got experience. Now I asked him, imagine I gave you this answer. Imagine you asked me that question. You're the interviewer and I'm the person being interviewed, and I'm going for that job, and I want to get the job as a manager, senior manager. And you asked me, how am I going to manage the team? Imagine if this was my answer. Hey, listen, what I will be using is I'll be using the proven management process system called the MAP processing, MAP. M stands for monitoring. What do you monitor? You monitor the goals and targets of your team, and you monitor the goals and targets of each of the individuals in your team. So you know what each individual needs to do, and you have their goals and their targets, and you're able to monitor it and see what their progress is going to be like. That's the MAP system. That's M. A stands for arranging. You actually arrange everything that is required for your team and the individuals to actually accomplish their goal and their target. And P stands for planning. You're able to plan the actual goal of the team, and you're able to plan the goal of the individuals, and you make sure that the goal of the team and the individual goals are all each aligned to the overall goal, the overall vision of your team. Using the MAP process system, I will be able to effectively manage my team and get the results, because a proven system creates proven predictable results. Now, how will that answer sound? Much better, right? Yes, great. Guess where I learned this from? NeX Education, Leadership Skills, Part 1. So give you an idea of how the actual learning was coming in. Just check this video out.
Use of resources to achieve results with and through the efforts of other people. Most managers exhibit leadership qualities because the ability to influence people is often crucial in achieving their goals. However, in some cases, people will comply with the wishes of a manager because they have to, rather than because they're inspired or motivated to do so. One way to consider the functions of management is to think about managers as providing the map for the team. They show the team the route, the way to go and how to get there. They do that through three main functions: map processes. The first letter, M, is for monitoring. A good manager will know what the team as a whole and each individual within that team is supposed to be achieving.
I was able to recollect the video that I saw by the trainer, the actual imagery of the actual scenario, use that information and able to relay it back in my answer. Can you imagine? That's just one example. Can you imagine the wide scope of ways of how you can upskill yourself? Here's another reason why NeX Education is brilliant, because it gives you an option to have easy learning with interactive and visual real life scenarios. So you will be able to absorb the information much more than what you would do than if you just read a book on leadership skills. So do check this out. It's quite phenomenal.
Let's think about this in practice. If the fire alarm sounded in your building, would you want a leader who confidently told everyone what to do to evacuate the building safely? Or would it be more appropriate for the leader to leave it up to individuals to decide the best course of action? Or even encourage everyone to sit down, discuss it and then take a vote on whether to evacuate? Clearly, in an emergency situation, strong, forceful and directive leadership is needed. But would the same set of behaviours work if you were perhaps planning your staff Christmas party? How would it feel if a leader simply marched in and told everyone where the party would be and on what day and time, without asking anyone if it's suitable, or even if they want a Christmas party instead of a bonus?
One of my biggest mentors in life, Dr. Martin Luther King, said this: the function of education is to teach one to think critically and intensively. Intelligence plus character, that's the true goal of education. An absolutely thought-provoking statement of one of the greatest leaders in the world. You just show an example of situational leadership in that video. That's what this course teaches you. It teaches you how to think critically and intensively according to the actual situation. I remember studying when I was very young, mugging up theories, mugging up a plus b the whole square is a square plus b square plus 2ab, and never using it in my life. Now, I'm not knocking standard normal education, but my point is, at the end of that course, at the end of your NeX Education course, you need to have the ability to think critically and intensively, and that's when you'll be able to do. That's what NeX Education does. It allows you to learn practical skills and knowledge, and that's acquired from trusted sources. You see, many of the biggest companies today are not looking for people who just mug things up or learn things by heart just to get that information and write it in a piece of examination. No. Real companies, real institutions, real world-changing companies are looking for individuals with the necessary skills on how you can think and practice what you learned in a critical manner. And that's what it's all about. So do check this out. This is the final video I'm going to show you. By the way, this is taken on my phone. It's a screen recording while I was learning the course. So think about how they use trusted sources and teach you the way you got to learn that makes you think critically and intensively.
Leading UK organisation, the Chartered Institute of Personnel and Development, the CIPD, recently published ideas around being an effective leader, based on asking thousands of people in the UK to describe the impact of their immediate line managers. Unlike previous studies that tended to focus on mostly senior and mainly male leaders, this research included leaders of both genders and all backgrounds. As a result, the CIPD suggests that great leaders have common personal qualities. That means you should be honest, fair and reliable, never dishonest and manipulative. Are concerned about individuals in their teams. They're available to help and support people. Understand the needs of the team, and they're able to inspire other people to work together.
I completed the course, okay? And here's how it looks. It allows at the end of each module, so you got an entire course, at the end of each module, there is a test, okay? And it's a multiple choice test. It actually tests the knowledge that you've acquired. So this is this is when I was taking the test, and it says, it makes sure that you got to answer the question, and that question is based on the learning that you've taken. What does leadership focus on? So it's not something that you can just take the question from there, put it on Google, get the answer, and cheat the test. It's not that easy, all right? You've got to listen and learn the entire course. And it is so fantastic. So brilliant. What does leadership focus on? You have to listen to the course. That's the only way you'll be able to identify. But not just that, it tests amount of information that you know. Now listen, here's what it is. If you don't know the answer, here's the good news, all right? They're not going to punish you for it. They allow you to go back to the module, to the course, to the content, listen to it and learn it again, and come back and pick up the course. Isn't that amazing? That's real learning, not punishing you for not knowing something and you didn't mug it up, or you might have missed it. So you'll be able to go back. And I had to go back a couple of times to actually get the answers right. Here's what it is. You don't get 100% all the time. Here's me. You can see me. Welcome, Leju Thomas, in the beginning. All right. And it says, I scored 9 questions out of a score of 90%. That was my first module. When I got to, you need at least 75% to pass, by the way. All right. And you get 3 opportunities to complete the module. If you fail 3 times, well, you're not going to pass that course. So there you go. And that's the beauty. Now, not just that, it actually tells you the course progress. All right, it tells you completed module 1, you're 17% there, and it teaches you step by step on how you can complete the course in your own pace, in the comfort of your home, anywhere in the world. All you need is an internet connection. Isn't that amazing? Now, I completed Leadership Skills Part 1, and let me tell you something. It made me realize that I didn't know anything. See, the moment you think you know it all, that's the moment you start to fall. That's what I believe. The moment you think that you know it all, that's the moment you start to fall. I got so much value from this just one course on leadership skills that it enables me now to use that and apply it in leading my team and my organization. And at the end, when I completed the course, I got my certificate, an official certificate from Arise Academy and the UK standards regulatory body, the CPD. And the beauty is this, I've mastered right now, but you also get a validation link to show the authenticity of that course. So you can't just cut, copy, paste and make a certificate. There's a validation link on every certificate that anybody, anywhere in the world can log in and they can validate the fact that, hey, Leju Thomas is a real person who completed this course on leadership skills by going through all the courses, answering the questions and getting all the answers. So that's the beauty about it, my friend. So think about the value that you can have. So many angles, so many ways about the new normal way of learning. To summarize all that I have said right now is a simple video of who and what is NeX Education.
In a world forever changing, the way we do things are continually evolving. Just a few years ago, e-learning did not even exist. Today, it's an essential part of how we live. Individuals need to continuously upgrade their skill set to remain valuable in the marketplace. Most people have to invest time and money in the midst of their busy schedules to learn new courses. Even employers have to invest a lot of money and time in continuously upskilling their employees. Renowned author and speaker Zig Ziglar famously advised, "The only thing worse than training your employees and having them leave is not training them and having them stay." What is the solution? E-learning. Welcome to the future of learning. Introducing to you NeX Education. Whether it is business management, leadership skills, infection control, or even a level 2 NVQ in health and safety, we have got you covered. Whether you wish to upskill yourself or you are an employer who wants to enhance the professional development of your employees by easily combining work and learning, NeX Education provides you with an excellent opportunity to make this happen. NeX Education is a fully comprehensive and unique CPD certified e-learning platform, providing you or your employees with a means to continue progressive education and develop knowledge and skill set. Our interactive online learning provides in-depth training on the essential skills and procedures involved in any of the extensive courses that are offered. Here's what we offer. A choice of over 150 professionally recognized engaging video courses. Retain knowledge easier by learning from our qualified virtual instructors and interactive simulation learning facility. Personalized and simple student management system. Lack of pressure as you get to set your own schedule and study only when you have time. Access course materials 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Certificates are awarded by 7 recognized official United Kingdom certifying bodies. To become a customer, it's 3 simple steps. 1. Select from over 150 certified professional courses. 2. Make an online payment. 3. Learn and complete the course to get awarded a professional certificate sent to you. A hugely successful CEO and chairman of Allen Interactions, Michael Allen, said, "When training is done well, doors open, skills develop, and performance excellences yields personal and organizational rewards. People grow in ability, confidence, motivation, and happiness. It's time for elevation with NeX Education."
So there you go. In a nutshell, why NeX Education? Benefits of e-learning, new normal, anywhere in the world from just your mobile phone or any device. Extremely affordable courses. I mean, literally, if you compare it with the same skill that you have to go to an actual college and pick up that information, the certificate, when you compare it to that, our NeX Education's rates are extremely affordable, extremely competitive. UK certified awarding bodies. All right, over 150 certified professionally recognized courses with many more to be added on. Remember, this is part of a Rise Academy where we have Forex education on one end, NeX education on the other end. So we're just going to keep adding more and more courses that gives more value to anybody and everybody. You know, high quality interactive e-learning experience and a candidate management system where if you have applied or taken the course, here's the beauty about it. You can actually take the course and you get a e-learning candidate management system and take that information and you can access it anytime, 24/7, 7 days a week. If you talk about the pricing, it starts from something like 35 pounds, plus VAT. That's how it is. But think about it, 35 pounds plus VAT for one course, and the knowledge that you will get with the certificate, it's way more. I mean, you can't even put a price on it, but we want to make affordable education to reach all over the world. That's what we want to do with NeX Education, so that people can use this platform, get affordable education for a very low cost, learn the actual skills required. So at least we know if somebody has got a certificate from NeX Education or Rise Academy, they've got the basic skills required to do this particular role. That's what we want to do. And we want to reach the entire world. That's what our goal is. And that's what we're going to make happen. Now, think about this. I mean, it's phenomenal. It makes me emotional because I know that there is even if let's say thousands of people are going to enroll for this, even if one person, think about this, one person was able to take the entire leadership course, all right, presentation skills. Think about that. Most people can't even present. They say number one fear in the world is presenting in front of people. The second thing is dying. People would rather die than present in front of people. Imagine somebody took a presentation skills course and they learned that and they used that knowledge and they were able to present an idea, an opportunity, and that idea could change somebody or could make a difference in somebody else's life. Can you just think about this? Or that idea could spark another idea and they could become an employee who rises up to become a CEO. And one day they say, hey, listen, I remember that I took an e-learning course and that one course sparked a small fire that allowed me to today become the Steve Jobs of today or the Elon Musk of today. That's what we are talking about. So when you take this course, you do not know the knowledge that you get will create ripple effects to another level. And that's the beauty about this. Now, the last thing I want to say is this, an ancient Chinese proverb that says, teachers open the door, but you must enter yourself. Yes, NeX Education can give you the platform for you to learn in the comfort of your home using your mobile phone or your laptop or your iPad. And we will actually open the door for you. We will actually give you the certified professional experienced trainers We will actually give you the platform. We will actually give you the user interface. We will actually give you the opportunity to get yourself certified. We will actually give you all the material. We will open the door, but you must enter yourself. If that is something that you have understood, and if you can understand the value of knowledge, if you understand the value of knowledge and the value of education, remember what Nelson Mandela said: education means freedom. And if you, like I say again, I want to repeat myself, this is something that I always believed. If you're not willing to invest in your future, don't expect the future to invest in you.